The first countdown.
Hey.
The other countdown. What is up, everybody, and welcome back to Adventures with Nubs, and welcome back to another Cryptic Mondays, and today's a special one. It's about the Windigo. But before we get started, we got old Tyler in the chat,
Sup?
and then we got that guy hunting with
No one
HODGES,
likes him.
and we got the beautiful, wonderful Mama Cassie.
Hello, Cassie.
Hello.
The big old booty Shire.
Hello.
Hello, Shire.
I'm like peeking my head up over the font.
Taylor.
Sarah, and then we got Total Killboy, which I hadn't seen you in a while, and it's good seeing you. Sarah gave me a little super chat before the stream started.
Sweet.
I appreciate that, Sarah.
Thank you for Nubsy.
Y'all are the best.
Tyler, that's not true.
And we got Maisie Rose in the house. But of course, as y'all can tell, we got old Harley up here. And old
Maisie
Haunting
Rose.
Two amazing people who are hardcore fans. And Josh, he one of the coolest people, but let me tell y'all now, and I'm calling you out, Josh. He cheats at bowling. Just saying. Like he cheats at bowling.
I got my.
He cheats
secrets.
at bowling. Oh,
I got my secrets.
What? He goes over the line and doesn't tell about it?
Not quite yet, Tyler. I've still talked more. Dude, I'm recovering from like smoke, dude. It was hard for me. It was hard for me to like talk in there. I would like, dude. I don't know. I'm allergic to like smoke, like cigarette smoke.
Cigarette smoke.
Hello, Rose. Nice to meet you too.
But as y'all can tell on the screen, we got a little history of the Windigo that our amazing Exploring with Harley is gonna read for us because he is the Windigo man.
Well, I grew up hearing about Windigos all my life, and actually did a topic in high school on the Windigo, so that's why I know so much about that thing.
See, that would have been awesome to do a topic about the Windigo.
Instead, they made me talk about.
I had the chance to talk to an elder, to an old Atikamekw lady, and she was so nice telling me the story about the Windigo. And you're going to see that the historical facts of the Windigo, you can interpret, like say, well, we saw so-and-so creature, and I was told that it is a Windigo. Could it be? I don't know. But This tells the story where the
What up,
first white
Paradox?
men told us about a Wendigo.
Me too, Cassie.
So the Wendigo uh, comes from the Algonquin First Nations, the Algonquin speaking First Nations of North America. And they described it as a powerful monster that have a desire to kill and eat their victims. In most legends, humans transform into Wendigos because of their greed, sorry, or weakness. Various indigenous traditions consider Wendigos dangerous because of their thirst of blood and their ability to infect
Hey, Julie.
otherwise healthy people or communities with evil. Back before the white man came in North America, where you out if the Algonquian speaking First Nations, they were hunter gatherer nations. So they were just fighting to protect themselves. So around them, you had the Iroquois, you had the Mohawks, you had other warrior nation, the Ottawa. Um, so those were warriors. Those guys, when they came into a village, they would slaughter everybody that wouldn't compel with them or seemed to be a obstacle for them. So, but they would capture most people in a village, and their way of fighting was a bit like how they describe the Wendigo. They would hide behind trees and bushes and come out and praise. And it was a way to teach the children in the community to stay close to the community because if you weren't good to the community, you would become a Wendigo. So, the definition is according to most Algonquian oral traditions, a Wendigo is a cannibalistic monster that preys on the weak or and socially disconnected. So they were teaching the children not to go in the woods alone, not to try to be wanderers and try to go explore by themselves because they would turn into a Wendigo. And in most versions of the legend, a human becomes a Wendigo after his or her spirit is corrupted by greed or weakness or weakened by, sorry, by extreme conditions such as hunger and cold. In other legends, humans become Wendigos when possessed by a prowling spirit during a moment of weakness.
Hmm.
So it's a way to describe somebody that would want to wander around or like live alone by himself in the woods. And the first nations that the first nation the Algonquin speaking First Nations are the Abenaki, the Siksika. The Siksika I showed you on the map in the middle. Those are the
Mm-hmm.
tribe
Yeah.
that were kind of wiped away, kind of decimated before the white men came. You have the Mi'kmaq, the Algonquins, the Ojibwe, and the Innu. And here in the Algonquin nation, you have the Atikamekw. The Atikamekw, it's a nation we have here in Trois-Rivières. And you have all the way that the Wendigo is pronounced. I won't go around like boring you with the
Windicook.
oh yeah. Uh, This one in
Windiigo.
particular in
Yeah.
Inu. No, this one is it's an Algonquin actually. It's the Atikamekw language. It's Windigo.
Windiigo.
Hmm.
Wint Windigo. Like the town where I live, the name is Shawinigan. Means waterfalls because we have a major waterfall here in Shawinigan. The appearance. What? How this creature looks like. Just as there are different versions of the word Wendigo, there are many variations of the creature's appearance and powers. Sometimes Wendigos are described as exceptionally thin, with the skull and the skeleton pushing through its ash-colored, mummy-like skin. It's
Hmm.
kind of like grayish.
That, well, I know
Yeah,
that's
go
what we
ahead,
talked
Josh.
about. Remember the other stream? We didn't say. I said what it seemed to be was that description, but then I believe it was you and Matt also showed me that like sewer video. Was it
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that whole situation? It has me intrigued. I don't know. Truthfully, I know what I saw in terms of look, but who knows what it was, right? Like that's the mystery behind it. That's why my
exactly.
mind
Like
kind of. I was doing research, and that's where I was like, did I really see one of these things? But I don't know. Right.
it could be because like they say they have like a grayish skin, but on the face part it has to be a kind of a skull face, um, and even describing to have antlers. Stories describe the Wendigo as a well-fleshed giant who gets proportionally larger the more it eats. According to other legends, the Wendigo has pointed or animal ears or antlers or horns sprouting on its head. A Wendigo's eyes has been described as sunken or glowing like hot coals. Sharp and pointy teeth, extremely extremely bad breath. Kind, it's kind of like describing a devilish creature because the devil,
What the hell?
um,
What is, dude? What is happening?
Minnesota, the original home of the Wendigo. Well, I'm not pretty sure about that
What the
because
hell?
the story of the Wendigo was written in 1636 by a Jesuit monk here
Should
in
we
Uh,
hide
Trois-Rivières,
it?
Quebec.
I think so. I think it is a troll.
I don't. It's
There
like
is the
it's
history.
mimicking.
Ugh,
Not the comment about mimicking anyone's voice. I'm just talking about these comments being mimics
yeah, I
of like
know.
what we're saying.
One
Funny timing
year,
there,
I can't.
right? We have a Wendigo in chat.
Yeah,
Thank you, Julie.
That was very
I've been waiting for
strange.
that. I ain't had a troll in a while, so
We're just like I don't know what that was.
Wendigo in Minnesota. Yeah, it could because I'll show you the map.
yeah.
Minnesota is it around here? No, is it here
I don't know
or
where
is it here?
Minnesota's at. I do know that to the right of your mouse is Michigan,
There.
right? Or am I tripping? That's Michigan, part of that. I don't know where. I honestly, I have no idea where Minnesota is on the U.S. map.
My
It's one of
light
those states that I'm like,
just died.
I'm gonna
I
look.
know that. Right here, probably. Yeah. That could be Michigan because Detroit, I think, is right there. So
Minnesota is
it could be.
Minnesota is that. So if you go up to like where the Canadian border is, U.S. Canadian border, like where right there is right there is Minnesota on our
So
side, the U.S. side.
So you
So
can
yeah, it
have
touches. It touches.
you
Yeah.
have Algonquin speaking nations in Minnesota, but historically, that is where the and you have to remember that all
Sorry.
those territory were explored. Yeah, I'm bald, dude.
Just
It
Tommy's
fits. It
comment caught me off guard. Yeah, we.
it
I guess we just need to get this
Just
thing out
like
of here.
it keeps coming
fits
back.
better. Fits better in the
It's
helmet.
alright. Just ignore. Just block, and ignore because it keeps coming back. I've had them before.
Even through the 300-second block, it's coming through because 300 seconds is
Yeah,
5 minutes. So right there, we should have just put that thing down for like 40 or not 40 minutes, like 20,
or
25
block it.
minutes.
Yeah,
Who's this? God, Tommy.
yeah. I don't know, but he's saying, "Oh no, the Wendigo is from Minnesota." Yeah, he plays for the hockey team over there.
That's dope. Bro, what is. Who the hell keeps. Who's accepting this?
Oh,
No, does he know how to, like, block? It's.
All I can keep doing is different ones. I think it has to be because they keep getting hot and
Well, who do you think Terra Destroyer would be?
well, click on the Terra Destroyer and flag him.
Well, let me see if it's the same channel. No, yeah, it's a whole bunch of different ones because the one I looked
yeah.
at had a different join date. So these are just a bunch of like
Yeah,
bot things.
Yep.
probably.
Old YouTube bot.
Crazy how YouTube it's crazy how YouTube targets like real creators and then like doesn't do anything about like bot accounts and like
Fakers. Yeah.
My mods are great there.
we'll just keep hitting
Oh
each
my
one.
god, get the fuck
we're
out,
just
troll. Don't mess with no.
But
well,
yeah,
it might not even be a person behind it right now. It could just be a computer automated thing. There might not be anyone
Yeah.
watching.
I miss
Totally.
you, Tommy.
Tom?
All we can do is acknowledge once, piece it out, and keep her doing or keep her going. I said keep her doing.
But yeah, Windigo has always been a huge
It's
This
I don't know,
been
fascination of mine, I guess.
it's been in the culture, but when the story got out the first time, that's where it got out. Like it says, the Wendigo legend existed in Algonquian oral history for many centuries before Europeans arrived in North America. However, the first European written account of a Wendigo was by Paul Le Jeune, a Jesuit missionary who lived among the Algonquin people in the early 17th century. It was now known as Quebec. And the report that he wrote to his superiors in 1636, you see it right there. That's the account. What was told to him by an elderly woman or kind of a shaman woman of the tribe. The devilish woman added that the Wendigo had eaten some Atikamiguan. They are the tribes that live north of the river that is called Three Rivers. That river floats right there in my backyard. Not literally, but about 5 minutes from my home. And that he would eat a great and many more of them if he were not called elsewhere. So it's kind of like when the Iroquois were attacking an encampment. The tribe that were attacked, they had to go to go away.
Bye,
So,
Tommy. Get back to editing, Tommy.
thank you. Tales Told in the Dark. Your name is Cassie. Thank you, Cassie. Um, uh, and he had even accounts of a werewolf because where Paul and Jean say, but that Hutchin, sort of a werewolf, would come in his place and devour them, even up to the French fort that he would slaughter the French themselves. So it was the way for an elderly woman to say to the French explorers, or especially the Jesuits that had like black robes and they were preaching a god that those people didn't know because they were preaching the nature. They were the elderly when they were saying something. They were listening to the elders. They were living completely differently of the French explorers that came. So they were trying to scare them. And let me tell you that in 1636, it didn't take lots to scare the French,
Hey, sissy.
and especially the Jesuits. Those guys lived all their lives in monasteries, and from one day to another, the king told them like, "You're gonna get on boats, you're gonna go to the new land, and you're gonna preach the good faith to the savages." But for them, they were savages because they were living the way they were living with nature. And for them, it was kind of a way to tell the kids that, like,
Somebody
what's it
dropped
called
me.
when you, uh, the Sandman. It's kind of like the Sandman. A story to tell the children that if you go in the woods, you would become a Wendigo.
Yeah, I can
Ooh.
see that.
Yeah.
It's yeah.
Well, I know that movie that they just came out with in the past like year, Antlers. Didn't that have to do with the Wendigo too?
Sounds like it.
I think, but
If it's
even
called
though they
antlers.
it says a little bit lower that Father Lejeune report demonstrate that the 17th century European believed in evil supernatural spirit just as strongly as the First Nations. But for them, it was 10 times uh, scarier than to the First Nations because the First Nations, they were making it scarier to the French because they wanted the French to go. And like it said, Father Lejeune report predates the Salem witch trial by nearly 60 years.
Hmm.
So, so you know that missionary in what became Canada continued to report legends of the Wendigo until well into the 20th century, like right now. But now people are seeing Wendigos like all over the place.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to be consistent with your stories, at least consult this before saying that you're seeing a Wendigo in a cave like in Colorado, or you're seeing a Wendigo like in California, or
I'm
I don't
surprised.
know.
I'm like right there, like on that east coast.
And I'm probably sure if you go around if you find a First Nation uh, that is in the tribes that I've named, probably will tell you about the Wendigo, and he will tell you probably exactly what is written right there.
Yeah.
And even you have like what they call the Wendigo psychosis. Then we're going to the psychological and more into the kind of people seeing Wendigos. I can put it like in the early 20th century, the term Wendigo found its way into the Western medical vocabulary. It was used by early psychiatrists to refer to the mental condition in which patients felt possessed by cannibalistic desires. So, and once again, it's a noble missionary this time. G.E. Saint-Don was the first to use the term in the 1920s while working in a Cree community in the western James Bay area. There, he met a woman who claimed that she saw strangers who wanted to kill and devour her. Saint-Don referred to the woman's mental condition as a psychoneurosis, a mental or behavioral disorder characterized by depression and anxiety. We're in the 20s. And it was again a missionary that was trying to find a, sign, a medical term, but was trying to compare it to probably the devil, but was kind being rational that saying no, she's not seeing. She's kind being she has a medical condition, and they decide to call it the Wendigo psychosis.
Hmm.
Oh, oh
Hey,
God,
Buffalo.
it's back.
Yay! Just ignore it. Mom.
I hit it. That's what we can do, right?
And once again, the Western James Bay, that's right here. That all that part right there.
Mm-hmm.
It's all Cree Nation right into Wendigo Nation, Wendigo territory, where all those nations talk the Algonquin
What
language.
is up, GT? Thank you, thank you.
So that's my part of the topic on the said
The
creature.
Julie's comment about the malevolent spirit creature with human-like characteristics that
Yeah, I
possess
can.
humans. That's when I think of Wendigo now, after I looked up like the plot and like actually what Pet Cemetery is about. Uh, Obviously Stephen King wrote that, but that being is the Wendigo, which is explained as a malevolent spirit that can do such things when you're in its proximity.
Yeah.
Mm.
Now, is that the
But
case with like
the
the real? What he's saying is what the real origin and just because over time, let's face it, along with a lot of other things, Hollywood has taken
oh
over
yeah,
and exaggerated some of
glorified.
the details.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly, exactly. And you have to take in you have to take in mind that all legends start from probably a grain of truth somewhere. So Could it be? I don't know. I just know that the historical facts are there. The way of life of the Algonquin nations back then was that certain way, and the French explorers. And you have to know that uh, word from mouth to ear goes very far, and things get exaggerated more and more. It's told.
Hmm.
So, could it be?
That comment, Nubs,
I'm
isn't.
not the person to say
I don't
yes
do
or no.
terrorists, so I don't know. But I've always, like I said, been fascinated with the Wendigo. Like, I don't know if it has anything to do, like, because where I grew up, it was in this trailer park, and we would at night you had to walk like it was you had to walk down this big ass hill to get to the other side of the trailer park. So sorry. At 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, walking down there at night, you can hear something, and it sounds like there's chains behind it, like something with chains, right? And next thing you know, you just hear it coming at you, and if you look behind it, you will get shoved and pushed down the hill. But if you just ignore it and keep going, it doesn't do nothing. I've looked behind me and I've got shoved on 3 separate occasions. And I don't know. And me and Dakota did an investigation there, and me, Double D Paranormal, did an investigation there. And from what we got on the spirit box, it kept saying Windigo, 7 Windigos. And that's all it kept saying for like 5 minutes. And then you can hear something in the woods on both sides, just like stalking us. And then in the far distance, you can hear like an old war drum. Like it's really weird. Like
Sort of sounds like
Well,
the
if
try like
you're in,
the warriors.
if you go in those areas, could be possible. But I saw the case of somebody, and just to answer, I saw a question that by Shire. Um, yeah, I know in Iron Age Britain, the shaman used to wear uh, a stag kind of skull with the antlers and bear skin. Back, sorry, and some of the tribes over here in North America, the warriors used to disguise themselves as with antlers and brushes, so they would blend in the surroundings. They were masters in disguise and camouflage. So I don't know. Could be variation, but
mm,
in Iron Age, it was before the well, it was before the French explorers came. But we all know that some of the Vikings landed in now is Newfoundland. So never know.
see, I'm learning more about cryptids, GT. Like I think they're pretty amazing creatures to learn about. And the Wendigo is definitely like like I said is I know
Yeah,
some
and to end
people do consider it a cryptid and some people don't consider it a cryptid, but
and in total Killboy, the Wendigo is a mythical. cryptid, a mythical creature that was in the Algonquin tribes' beliefs. And in 1636, a Jesuit monk wrote about it and sent his report to the King of France. And from there, the story became known. But if you go into the Algonquin nations, um, I'll again show again the
Berserker?
map.
Are you? Oh, berserkers. Okay. Huh.
There you go.
Oh,
So where you have pink, those are where all the Algonquin nations were about. So if you go in those parts and you speak to Algonquin, a nation like over here in Nova Scotia and Gaspésie, here in part of Maine, New Brunswick, uh, New Hampshire, you have the Mi'kmaq going down. You got
hey, Sacramento, good
here,
seeing
you have the Ojibwe, you have all those nations. So if you have a reservation or you know some native people that uh, live in those areas, it's native Canadian legend.
you.
Everything started there. Okay, and the explorers went that way, and Florida was discovered by Spain, 1595, I think, St. Augustine, or 1594, around those
Yeah,
areas.
that sounds about right.
John Cabot landed and found in
Hey,
Newfoundland,
Bessie.
St. John, in 1494. Jacques Cartier came in Gaspé and that area, or well, about this area first in 1534. Afterwards, in 1535, he came back. He went all the way around and he came all the way down to Montreal. Afterwards, in about 1590, 1594, founded Quebec City.
Hmm.
So everything like mainly started right here. We had a small colony right here of Dutch in New York, or about down there, when they founded what was called back then New Amsterdam. But the British came and just kicked their ass and bought the land.
It
But
was awesome, by the way, Cassie.
Iowa, the Potawatomi, yeah, exactly. So all those nations right there.
They have Cherokee in me.
Cherokee, you're probably about these nations around these parts right there. Yeah, like the Siksika had like really, and you have to find those nations were peaceful nations. They were hunter gatherers, so they were not trying to find a fight or a war. Yeah, those fighting nations for that, but everything started to shit really hit the fan when the French came, when the explorers came. It's where all the legends that was like in those communities that spread around, and probably you will find some stories of Wendigos along all the Mississippi River. because when the French explorers went down the Mississippi down to Louisiana, some of them had local guides with them. Yeah, the Newfies, they're out up there, but
I've heard of the Newfies.
in Newfoundland, it we know we found settlements of Vikings that came from Greenland and they spent, I think, 2 or 3 seasons on uh, in Newfoundland. But I know John Cabot founded St. John in 1494. So it would be the oldest city in Canada or North America, might I say. So yeah, Greenland or Danish. So the Viking, the Viking that were on the Greenland. I think it was Eric the Red with his like families and all. They came from Greenland. They were searching for a new land because the Vikings, they were great explorers.
Yeah. I actually have Viking inside in me too, on my dad's side, or I should say sperm donor side. But yeah, uh,
There you
but I do want to show y'all these videos, and of course we're gonna be up here and doing commentary and all that. But this is from the first investigation.
Prices of the season. Save store-wide and online now through March 26th.
Me too, Michaels. No. You know what? I'm gonna give you the. I'm gonna watch it. Give you the ad on this one.
Scout Rogue. Live the life you promised yourself.
I was just getting ad revenue.
Hey guys,
don't buy Indian, buy Arlie.
My old stomping ground where I used to live, where I grew up at. Sorry about the freaking quality on the camera, guys. Just to let y'all know, this was crappy quality. And we hear chains, like something behind us with chains. And you look back, you get pushed. If you don't look back, it's not touching. But it's been like that since I was a kid. And me, Dakota, and Rob decided we're going to do a little investigation. All right, what's up, guys? We are back with another video. We are on this haunted
Getting pushed, it could be a spirit that is trying to get your attention.
Yeah, well, I did find out after moving out of the trailer park that it was built on. It was supposedly built on Indian burial ground. Oh yeah, that's trail.
Everything is possibly built over Indian burial.
That's what I say too, because technically
it was an Indian burial ground, and we got the Windiigo on the spirit box.
Find a place where you know that was a settlement once of any nation around.
We decided to come here.
It is a burial ground because they were not burying their dead in specific spots like we do in graveyards.
Yeah.
They were going out in the nature.
I grew up in this.
They were giving his body back to nature.
20. So 15 years I lived here.
Okay? Graveyards are an invention from the Europeans.
When I lived here. Like, I would stay on the other side and walk home at like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock.
All the diseases that body would bring to to the cities, and they
Hunt
decided
woods,
to
you hunt mailbox.
bury them in a certain depth and everything.
I'm telling
But
you.
back then, the native would bury
I'm telling you,
their
that's
loved
crazy.
ones sometimes like under 6 inches of dirt. So you have the wolves, the coyotes, the foxes, and everything that would
There's
come and
anything over here. I
kill
know.
body up.
I know it's
So
only like 9 o'clock, but
Yeah.
everywhere near where Indian settlement used to be, it is possible that it is a burial ground. So
That is true. Because, like,
there's no thing to it.
technically, you don't know exactly
They had to put this
where
around the
Native
mailbox
Americans
because fucking
passed
people
away.
kept hitting it and knocking the
no,
mailbox down. That's the old mailbox.
and you don't know where
But there's
skirmishes could
trails all over.
happen between nations before the
That's true.
Europeans
Oh,
were here.
this trailer
No
park.
records were written about skirmishes between people.
Scared the shit out of me.
So,
But we heard.
And
Yeah, it sounded like drums.
the second video, we had the music box facing the woods, and every couple of seconds it kept going off and then stopping and then going off again. I mean, it could have been like a gust of wind or something, but it was just weird the way it kept doing it.
And when you hear that thing, it chases you from all the way up here to about right here.
But I'm not sure if it is a Wendigo that
But shoot,
is there, but there's definitely something there, and it will mess you up if you pay attention to it.
sure.
Yeah, we're not sure we're gonna get much tonight because, like I said, it mainly happens at night. But there's plenty of woods, and like the woods are freaking creepy.
Yeah, I want to go back there and do an investigation in the woods. Good night, Total Killboy. Thanks for coming.
Purdue University.
I was like, what the heck just
Hi,
happened?
Killboy.
That scared me a little bit. I didn't know what happened there.
Oh yeah, right. Showing food. I have the munchies.
I had the bunchies earlier. We had McDonald's for dinner tonight, and I regret it.
Oh,
And we will hear growls every now and then too.
But
I mean, it definitely could be an animal in the woods. 'Cause, I mean, there's been known foxes, wolves, bears, bobcats.
How long were you there?
We was here like for only like 13 minutes this time, but it was cold.
when a fox barks, it freaking sounds like a woman yelling.
That is true.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I
like
heard that back in
bobcat.
the woods one time, and I was like, as soon as we heard it, I was like, don't worry.
Ooh, that's a
No,
good
Shire,
question.
the Windiigo
Shire.
is a legend. It is
Yeah.
not a solid creature or a spirit. It's a legend.
The Legend of the Windigo. Coming fall 2024. Damn movie. Whatever I saw was not hungry. It didn't want to possess me. It ran.
It probably was surprised, to be honest with you, and shocked.
Man was playing Frogger on that highway, dude. He said, I'm saying he crossed 40 feet in half a second. What does like that shit was insane.
Why did you push her to scare us? So we don't walk up the field? Back up.
Is this sacred ground?
Back up. Did they build the trailer park on safety ground? How many spirits are in this area? Is it more than five? Is it more than three spirits? Back up. Is it more than five? Is it four? Are all four spirits in the area we're staying in? Back up. Are any of the spirits here pure evil? Whoa, what the
Yeah.
freak was that? I swear
Yeah,
I just
amazing. The fox will scare the
uh,
beep out of you.
spirits
It really will.
good. Are y'all?
Oh yeah. One time I was hunting and I was coming back to the camp and a freaking fox yelled in the woods. Oh man.
Oh god.
I don't get scared usually, but that time I had my hand on my gun and it was like, all right, get at me just for fun, please.
Do it.
Yeah.
Do you push people when they're walking and they look and see you? Do you push them because they saw you? Are you the ones that? Are you the spirit that sounds like there's chains dragging?
I've
got
heard
one
that
more
before.
question. May answer a whole lot of things. Are we actually standing on the burial ground itself?
Was the burial ground built in the? Well, was it the Indian burial ground? 1700. Is the burial ground? Are there any Indians buried in these woods? Are there any Indians buried underneath the pavement we're standing on right now?
I do know that there's at least two gravestones in those woods. We stumbled upon them by accident.
SB11 real fast.
I've seen
I know y'all can't see much, guys. I'm so sorry.
I've seen graveyards that people didn't even knew that was like in the woods behind their
We got
houses.
to park. My buddy wanted to park in his yard. Well, his driveway.
Hey,
Some
Z.
graveyards, they're so freaking overgrown. Z,
There,
hello.
Windigo here. Can you talk to us?
Yeah.
And
How many spirits are in the woods?
and you have to be careful sometimes because when you investigate, if you focus too
What are you
much
saying?
on something or on a word or on a being, it is certain you're gonna hear it through a spirit box
Yeah,
because
that is true.
it's hearing pareidolia. It's hearing pareidolia. Your brain is telling you the word Wendigo. So it could be an advertisement for hot dogs. If it ends by O, you're gonna hear Wendigo.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about for sure.
So you have to be really, really careful when you go and investigate. You have to clear your. When you say you have to clear your mind, you have to clear your mind of every kind of uh, thinking that can pollute something.
Yeah,
Can you give us your name or a name of somebody that's buried here?
and then like from there on, we just talk in spirit box and all that. But what creeps me out about that location is walking there or riding a bike alone because I've had it where it was like 3:30 in the morning and I was riding my bike and I heard the chains and I looked and it was like this weird looking I don't know how else to describe it, but it was like a humanoid but you could see right through it. And it had like I don't know, it was like really freaking creepy looking, and it just comes up running towards you and
It was
shoves you.
there.
And
I'm fishing out there. Could it be, I don't know, the angry spirit of a deceased slave that comes back with his chain? I'm fishing.
Dude, I actually have a similar chain story. Completely, like there was no uh, back when I was really starting to do this stuff. I knew of this old like house site location, which is at that one covered bridge near me, and we went at dark. We went at like midnight, right? Like we were like, okay, bet, let's go when it's like dark out. We're allowed. We got permission, which we
yeah,
didn't really need to, but we did. And we're out there, and it's dark. I can't. We almost got like lost. I'm like, there's no way we're gonna get lost. I've been here hours upon hours, and we did our thing. Not much happened. Actually, like next to nothing happened at nighttime, and so we're leaving. Josh, you look emo now. Please dye your hair black. Dude, don't come at me, bro. See
I'm
this hair
sorry. I
flip?
had to.
No, I do look pretty. It's getting to the point where I'm like, I'm looking pretty smexy with it, dude. I might have to. I'll dye it pink, but you could hear. We're just walking. No one's with. It was me, Ryan, Kyla, and Gabe, and we were walking, and all of a sudden behind us, we just hear like that drag. Like if you and there's big boulders here. If you took a metal like a chain link and just rubbed it against the rock, like that, like clunk 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 clunk, like that metal thing, we started hearing that, and I was like, no way. And I'm like looking, and I'm just like waiting. I didn't like run. I was just staring. I'm like shining my flashlight. I'm like, what? And it got a little bit louder, a little bit louder. Stopped. I'm like, what? No way.
Yeah,
Nubs, you
like
come up. Maybe we can go out there and see if we can hear it.
Like a big metal bar being dragged on rocks.
It could be like that. Like if you took a piece of like rebar or like that rusty chain, just like dirty, rugged, and just was like ding 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 ding. Of course it would bounce, right? Against the stone.
Yeah.
But it was like that.
Somebody like dragging a big heavy bar, like a worker
Yeah.
that is like worked
Which
out.
don't get me wrong, there's like a lot of there's a mill there too. That's like an abandoned mill, and maybe it's like I don't know.
Worker.
Was something being was there like residual like what could it be? And some of the rocks, the boulders have these perfect like circular cutouts into them. And I'm wondering, I'm like,
Oh yeah, I'm excited too, man. All the gear is packed up, is right there,
like
and
what the hell are we hearing?
oh yeah, but sometimes you have noises, and you have to really, like you say, like stone taping is it's a thing, and if the guy was dragging his big heavy metal bar right there, like day after day, it could be imprinted right there, but you have to check
Yeah.
all the avenues. That's why I like sometimes like getting really in depth, really go and search like the history, go really the further I can go back to try to find a correlate what I've seen of what I've heard to what could have happened. And you hearing chains? Where
Like
was
chains
that?
and rebar. Who, me?
In Virginia?
yeah. Well, I'm
Oh,
in
yeah, Nubs,
Virginia.
yeah.
Well, Virginia, remember, before the Civil War, it was really a big a place where slavery was really popular. And
Yeah.
you know that those poor people were really treated badly by their owners. And so it could be in the spirit of one of those poor individual that came back.
Yeah, because it, like also like every now and then, right before you hear the change coming, you can hear like drums from a distance, but it's like the drums from like Jumanji. Like it's weird. Like
Like Shire is saying that if a Wendigo are physical or and not physical in our
Tommy.
realm, it's like when like the shaman when he's taking if you go out west like peyote or any kind of uh, over here could have been cannabis back then, but they were smoking something they were that brought them somewhere, but the legend or really the story of the Wendigo was told by elders to children, uh, so they won't get away from the community, and that's it. So Tommy's drunk, couldn't let it anymore.
No, say that out loud.
bro, this next video will open your butthole, I promise.
What? All right.
You have to wear sunglasses and a hat.
What?
Bro. And get that Tommy attitude. We don't have the stash.
Get up, Tommy. Get up here, Tommy.
I love you too.
Love the guy.
You can't edit no more, so get up here.
Yeah, get your ass on panel, you wang.
Yeah, come on, man.
Come talk about my hair that you adore.
I know you know about Windiigos and want to talk about it. So get
Tommy
your
knows
booty-
about elementals, bro.
I want to learn more about elemental because I don't know shit about elemental.
We think
Me
Hinsdale
neither.
might have an elemental in the woods. Anyway, that's
when
that's
I
a
go
whole-
back there. When I go back there, I want to investigate the woods.
Dude, the woods are freaky.
All right, I want to hear about this Windigo. I mean, this elemental in Hinsdale now.
I've been in
It's old.
freakier places, I can tell you. At least I won't have
It's been
bullets
sus.
whizzing through my ear, near my ears this time.
That was one of the most beautiful things of Gettysburg, near
Oh.
Zach's Bridge. We heard it both on Spirit Box, and we also heard it just. You would hear that little like we. I was like, what the hell was that?
the buzzing. It's probably imprinted in the air because there was
Oh,
so
it's
much
so.
bullet shot in that.
It's
Oh.
yeah.
Oh, amazing.
Oh, he's got that good voice.
Oh, thank you.
It's
Got that good tone. Can we get a voice collab with Exploring Harley and Jared King TV?
Yes. Hey, guys, I'm going up.
Oh,
Dude.
that's
Hell yeah!
cool, man.
Only 98,604 away from 100,000.
Yes.
Easy clap.
I'm
What's
getting
on that
there.
cup nubs?
I'm
We're
getting
actually
there.
going to talk about
Dude, hell
elemental
yeah.
next week. That's epic, Harley.
Dude, we're
You're
out.
I'm
getting
getting
there.
there.
This is our year, everybody.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Keep that,
And
manifest that.
oh, I've upgraded my game. And I know my two past videos. The sound is awful. I've upgraded on mics. I went DJI for
There you go.
wireless microphones.
Sweet.
Right.
I decided to invest. The small rig that I was using, they're good backups, but for main microphones, the sound is not that great quality.
I like my mic,
Miss-
but when you're in some of these buildings that still kind of have like a furnace or something, and that thing kicks on, you're hearing it. Like Wildwood, I kind of
Yeah.
like you can hear it in that video, but what can I do, right? Like it's either I don't have enough audio or I use this mic and then I had to lower the shit. I had to lower the decibels,
God
dude.
dang,
It was
yeah.
going nuts.
I did not
Yeah.
expect to get on here tonight.
Did you like just throw in the jacket or were you wearing that too?
No, dude, you gotta throw on. Dude, this is like my fancy jacket, dude.
Oh, dude,
Oh,
you're sidestepping.
Bro, this is that fancy shit, dude.
So, Tommy, what are your theories?
Oh, dude,
I gotta mute this other stream. All right, now we're good.
dude, the flag in the background,
the backdrop.
the thing,
Yeah,
Bro,
I
the
love
thing,
the
dude.
backdrop.
Dude. Yes,
I love the backdrop, brother.
that is sweet. Right over the window too. Ain't nobody looking in that bitch.
Dude, you already know my house, like
Yeah.
so well. Yeah, yeah.
I
dude,
know your house.
Dude, it was
I got
like it was like $22, dude. It's like a giant ass flag.
That's sweet.
I can send you the link.
Let's get
if you want one.
a sail ship, whatever they're called. I'm honestly forgetting, and just like hoist that up, and go like rob people on the seas.
Like mine, I can.
I feel so weird without my sunglasses. Go ahead.
Even
Harley.
have
Go ahead,
the hooks. Look, it's got the hoops to attach it to a pole.
There we go. Raise it up. Let's take over.
Is that that looks like a banner though, right?
No, it's an actual flag that like I had that printed on it.
So
This is all I
it's
got?
not. It looks like a banner, but I could be wrong.
You look like a banner.
Yeah, well, the quality, it's really like heavy. It's really like I could hoist it up a
Why
fucking
am I so
pole.
low?
and
I need
use
to
it.
like go up more or something, or like.
It's
like- I gotta
it's
move
my
all these
friend
beer
that
cans.
through her store that had that done. So
I didn't expect on being on Nubs' panel. I was editing like hardcore tonight.
Well, when you
Here
said
I
you're
am
done
now.
editing, I was like, all right, well, you're coming up here then.
Nubs told me to get on last night today, and I was like, okay.
But, Tommy, what are your theories or whatever about Windiigo?
You don't want to. I'm a little too gone for this. The Windigo. I mean, it sounds. It's kind of similar to like like a skinwalker, right? Essentially, if you really think about it, in a way.
in a
Last
way,
time I said
yeah,
that,
but
someone got on my not on my case, but they were like, "There's big differences," and I'm like, "I know there is,
I know, yeah, but
but
the Wendigo could be qualified as a shapeshifter, but it's not his main characteristic. It's
They
more
know.
the skinwalker that could be like translucid and shade shift and transform into something else.
Right.
And
Yeah.
the Wendigo is more like in the legend. It's more of a creature that will live alone in the woods, and it would prowl on his prey. And if he doesn't eat his prey or kill his prey, he will transform his prey into another Wendigo. So,
some vampirism type stuff."
it kinda, yeah. So
Have
And
any
like
of you ever encountered a Wendigo per se?
I had that
No.
one that I was talking
I
about.
don't think I have,
that
but
trailer park, but I'm not sure if it was a Wendigo or not. But with the chains, and you hear it, and if you look back, you get pushed. But if you don't look back, it don't bother you. That works. That's
what if I
that's
look back
weird.
and push when he
Straight,
pushes?
yeah, it's not really a shapeshifter. And like I was saying before, Tommy, we have to know that the story comes from a Jesuit missionary
What's
that
up, Derek?
was probably afraid of his own shadow, that an elderly in the village told him the story of the Wendigo, but clearly she was trying to get the French away. And when he came back, he wrote back to the King of France and told him that story, and that story went along. So and it was really embedded in the Algonquin communities before the explorers came. So
wait, what did you say? He just will be right back.
I gotta get pee. He said he's gonna go grab a beer or something.
No,
he's gonna go change his oil.
I'm too drunk for this. I did not plan on coming on here, so
I'm too sober for this.
Bro, I'm like 15 beers in, dude. Like I'm just like out of it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to say I saw a Windigo. I'm not going to say I saw a Skinwalker, but whatever I saw was tall, skinny, gray, yellowish, glowy eyes. And could move at literally like the speed of like light, essentially. As soon as my headlights hit that thing, it traveled like 20 feet to the right and was gone.
Wait, Josh, I got to ask. Did you just get back from like Auburn, New York?
I got back. We got back at like 4:30.
Oh, so you've been back for quite a bit.
Yeah.
Wait, well, how? Oh, yeah. I'm thinking for myself, it's like 9 fucking hours.
No, it's only 5 hours.
Okay, that's not.
That was easy, you know? Dude. I didn't even have to get. I filled up obviously when like we left, but it's not even a tank of gas for me to get there. Like, I'm chilling. I was like, damn, that was pretty cheap for what it was.
How did it go? Like, did you even talk about it on the stream, or probably I don't even know if you want to, but
5.5 out of 10.
It was that bad?
It was. We had one eventful experience, which I don't want to go into detail yet, just to keep it exclusive for now.
I know Tyler said something happened in the barn or something.
Yeah. Not for me, but yeah.
But not in the house at all?
Well, in the house, too. We had some lurkers, if you want to call them that, whoever the hell they were. Got, like, no names, but we had eyes watching, if you will. But, yeah, it was like, I mean, maybe a 6. But, like, it's, you know, it kind of felt like an Octagon Hall situation.
Yeah. That's how it was for me last time when I did with Tara and Paige. They had a fucking excellent night, but for myself, it was nothing really. That's why
it popped in the beginning. And you're like, oh shit, okay, this might be like a crazy night, and then it just kind of was like,
yeah, like
dwindled.
Nothing will beat the first time I went there. Like that night was insane. So I knew I wasn't gonna top it, but I was really disappointed the second time I went. And I was like,
I was also very distracted by. I had to focus on my breathing.
Yeah.
Because of the smoke there, dude. I'm like, I did. I had to like, dude, I would try to talk and I would like, swallow. Like it would like force swallow. The smoke would make me do that. I'm like, dude, this is a bit of a, I'm still recovering, dude. I got like sinus like shit right here. And my ears, like my right ear feels like clogged. I'm going to go as Myth because Second Star Matt will mate with it or eat it.
Oh, sure. I don't know where Matt is. He was supposed to
where the hell is Matt?
He's obviously mating with the Windigo.
Yeah, I'm busy.
He's cooking one.
He's
cooking one right now.
I know he's working today.
He's flipping it, searing it on the pan.
I know he's working and he was chasing crackheads off earlier, so.
Fucking crackheads.
That's what he said. He was like, yeah, I'll be back. I gotta go chase crackheads.
Oh.
So he's probably chasing crackheads.
Sounds eventful.
Bro, I'm loaded right now.
I'm unloaded.
I've been drinking since like 5 o'clock.
Oh.
5
o'clock. It's been a long
somewhere.
It's 5 exactly. Nub's playing.
You're well.
Are you gonna make it to 4 in the morning, so you can play the other song?
It's 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
The 4 in the morning song. I don't know about that one.
Oh.
Jesus God. Nubska Jackson.
Jackson.
Hey, Carl. No.
Oh God. But while we're here, I want to play some of this second.
I was like, I thought you were gonna end it. I was like, I just got on here and you're fucking gonna end it. I was like, are you kidding me?
What are you about to
I want to
play?
play some of this other Windigo video with Double D where we went.
What are you? I'm not
I want to see that movie.
Ass
by the
movie.
way.
I want to see.
Was
that,
it terrible? I wanted to see that too.
I never seen it, but it's ass.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Oh yeah.
We
I
have
wouldn't
so
see
many
it
options depending on the maintenance, length, and volume that you like.
Never saw it, but
Stop by
it's Nubs is
Marcus
playing
Cake.
ads in full on his own.
Yeah.
Nubs, stop cheating the system.
Hey,
Welcome back.
Nubs, I watch your ads.
We are at Windiigo Hill. Y'all remember me and Dakota came here. It's my old stomping ground.
it
It's
is.
where I used to beat up kids.
Paranormal. Kayla.
Actually, I can't even lie and say no, I haven't.
Hannah Montana. Y'all remember her from the Zozo house. But we are here. On the walk down here. It's about
Go
9.
stops
Hey.
with the.
Hey, Al.
Exactly what time it is, actually. Hang on. 9:33 p.m.
Dude, are you logo dropping shamelessly in your own video?
Well, praying for Nicole.
No.
Hang on.
What's up, RPI?
Oh,
Hey,
Hey, RPI, where are you?
baby.
well, tell her, tell Nicole that I give her a big kiss and I give her a big hug. All right. I just hope.
It's big smooch. Hey, RPI.
Looked up there, I saw like a pair of eyes.
I'm telling you, those woods are freaking
We're
nuts.
about to start walking down the hill.
Is that the camera or is like the grass red? Or
It's
is it
like
a
dirt.
lighting thing.
It's the lighting, I think.
We'll go down the hill
Soaked
first.
forest. Trailer park from hell.
Mm.
This was in 2019. Well, almost 2018. Holy shit.
No, this
What
Oh.
the hell is that?
that's a flying squirrel, a baby flying squirrel, by the way.
Oh.
No, that's just the setting on the thing. I hadn't figured out how to change it, but no, this was back in 2022.
That was a good year. I remember it very well.
Ugh.
No.
Oh,
No.
geez.
I don't remember last year.
Hang on, I'm trying to get to where the.
I remember the later half of 2022.
There we go.
When shit was good. Anyways.
That made me couple.
Like August 1st, you know, when I did Monroe. That was pretty good.
God, dude, that seems like years ago, dude.
Right.
What a banger night, though.
When I first met Tommy and we kissed under the pale moonlight.
We're kissing that like stingy, decrepit basement.
Me and Josh kissed in the hotel shower.
Before the
I'm
water
on
was
sleep.
on.
You slept all night.
We were just in there.
Spoon.
Oh fuck. We're good. We're good.
Anything here that wants to communicate, you can speak to this voice recorder.
Holy shit! I didn't know Nubs does EVPs.
This one's actually double D's.
I need water, dude.
I don't even have water, dude. All I have is beer. I'm fucked, dude.
Hey,
Dude, I
save
might
water,
have to
drink beer.
get some for tomorrow's Tuesday, right? I might have to get some for that stream coming up.
Well,
Bro, I have not planned for that. I'm just gonna. It's just gonna happen, dude.
I don't know.
I'm gonna pretty much let other people speak.
I'm gonna just show up and be like,
I'm so
"Dude,
busy,
you
dude."
suck."
Yeah,
Should
this
be-
was
it
the music
I know
box. Sorry.
Uh-huh.
Bro, I'll get some beer for tomorrow, though. For sure.
Can you step away for a second? It did.
Was that a music box?
Yeah, that was the music box, and we had it facing the woods, and for the longest time it won't doing nothing, and then it just
Homie Carl Weezer was out there.
started being crazy.
We got the music box.
It sounds creepy as fuck in the woods. Like it's
It's like the app Spirit Music Box. It's the same song in that in the movie The Godfather, and it triggers me. Like, freaky.
Bruh.
I kind of like that one. I have the coffin shaped one, which is more expensive, but I like the sound of that one. The what is it? What's the brand? I can't think of the brand, but I like that version better, honestly.
What?
That app, listen to it.
Towards the woods.
By Spotted Ghosts.
All right.
Yep.
Shout out Spotted Ghosts. I always give them a shout out.
Homie Crip.
That was another music.
I love Spotted Ghosts.
See, just every now and then it just starts going crazy.
Wait.
Are you letting us know that was you that made that weird sound?
Just goes like dead silent.
Tommy, was that you?
Was what me?
Oh no, but yes. Oh God. Oh God, what did the ghost out say?
80s cocaine dealer hairstyle with homeless bridge to Weller beers sending me mixed signals. Scarface and Grizzly Adams love. Need the crazy hair back. I think he's talking about you getting your hair back. Just like I feel like now if I cut my hair, I'm just going to look weird.
No, dude, you got to keep the hair growing. You got to dye it black.
Yeah. I need to get the back cut. Like that part is kind of throwing me off because it like if I'm not too careful, it'll be a mullet.
Bro, you gotta grow it back, dude. You gotta grow it back, dude.
Shave the sides. Just keep it long in the back.
Right.
I mean, I could.
Bro.
No, it's just
I have like,
dude, take the beard,
I never
yo.
show my hair, but I got
dude,
like
Tommy's got that. Tommy's got that.
Well, like I said, if I get to 1,500 by the end of April, I will trim my beard.
Oh, it's all blurring
And
out,
your asshole.
freaking out.
And
I have
I'm
hair. Most people don't think I have hair, but I do have hair.
I'm 1,406. So I am.
I think you're Nubs. Now I think you're past me now.
I am.
Are you trying to? Are you challenging me, Nubs?
Oh no! I feel blessed to get to 1,500 by the end of April.
Yeah, look at my ass. You scoundrel.
Oh,
you hit 1,400 finally.
I did. Yep. I think YouTube told me I have 103 subs in the last 28 days.
Thank you, Dana.
That's pretty goddamn good. Fuck.
I'll fucking take that.
I peed on your subs. I mean, what?
Nubs, you are one of my subs. Unless you're lying to me. When you're lying to me, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to take that bowling ball and I'm going to shove it clean up your ass.
I'm not lying. I'm a sub.
Where's the bowling?
With my holes inside.
Why is
or with,
like
I said
out?
with my holes.
I'm just gonna. Okay.
I meant to say with my fingers inside the ball. Not.
Yeah.
I completely screwed that up. I just said I was going to shove my holes in you. Why are you sub to him?
What a freaking loser! Look at that guy.
That guy sucks. And you got his bell wrong?
Yeah.
What does he do for you?
Bro, Josh, what's your next video?
Yes.
What do you mean?
When's your next?
Whoa! What the fuck?
When's your next video? When's your next?
When
video
is my next
out?
video, dude? I'm honestly, oh god, it's only 9 days from now. I'm trying to go for like I don't know if it's gonna be doable. I was gonna try to have Chase Manor out by the 30th or 31st.
What's the date today? Fuck.
The 21st. I don't know if that's gonna be doable.
Dude, I don't even know when my next video is coming out. It's gonna take a while, dude.
It might go into it might go into early April, but we'll see.
Ryan, I love you.
Hello,
Harley is in like 6K over here.
Harley's got that good.
Yeah, I know.
I'm shooting on 4K.
I thought he was about to say something else.
What?
I thought he was gonna go, but I'm shooting in blanks. I was like, no, that's enough. I don't know. My mind
Dude,
filmed its own little scene
kids. There's no more.
Dude, I gotta I don't know, move around the chair like this so much.
Okay, I love Ghost Ops comment real quick. Ryan. I just saw Ryan. Tommy, read that out loud.
No, Hodge, no, let the hair grow. You look like a midget fabu on those 90 romance novels. Sexy.
I'll be like, hello there, and like
Oh, Fabio.
I'll like ride
Yeah.
down to like I'll pull like a chunk from the Goonies. I'll just cut the sword into the.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, you guys.
Yes, Fabio.
Ryan, this is for you. Join us. Monster Radio. Get your white
Join
ass
us
up here.
now. Join us now.
I'm on sale, nubs, not free.
You are free though, Ryan. You're free my butt.
Nub still has that scar on his head when he stuck his head up my ass and he like cut it on my like hemorrhoids. Oh man, that was a good night.
Coca-Cola. Oh snap.
Hubs. I was gonna say Hubs. Hubs remembers that.
Hubs.
Hang on.
The nub hub.
I hope that's you, Ryan. It says Monster Radio Ryan, so I'm assuming that's you. It's not your logo though, but that's alright.
It's just a troll.
I mean, I've had them come up here and just show their private parts before. Coming up here.
I would do that.
Shut up, Tommy.
Well, you know.
Oh
It's
my
definitely
God.
me, Nubs.
Hodge looks like every preteen
Hey,
stream
beautiful.
prom date. Leave the hair alone, please. Hey there.
So, I want to get your theories about Windiigos, Ryan.
My
Trash.
theories about Windiigos, huh? Well, I'm going to tell you that they're not
but-
cryptids. They're definitely not a cryptid. They're more a spiritual or supernatural thing. So, yeah.
I miss your voice.
I will say that I know I was listening before I got on that Josh and Harley were talking about the woods in Hinsdale being like elemental, and I 100% believe that. The shit that I experienced when Josh and I went there, it was fucking bizarre. It's 100% elemental.
Yeah, I think
It
they're actually
is.
more, they're water spirits, I believe. The Windigo are more water spirits. So, you know, I think when people run into them near lakes or whatever, it's definitely a possibility. Pretty creepy stuff, though.
Yeah.
It is a sexy voice. I miss Rod's voice.
Why not dye it pink? I said that earlier. I don't think I can dye my hair pink. I don't think that would go well. I'm not trying to look like the chick from Lazy Town.
Oh,
Yeah, last week we talked about.
What was her
the
name? Like
devil
Stephanie or
monkey.
something?
And
yeah.
the devil
Yeah.
monkey was an interesting topic.
Devil
just-
monkeys are
that's just
badass, dude. We have some. in
They
Florida,
are.
So
And the next.
I wouldn't mess with
cryptid
them. I
was
wouldn't mess
mermaid.
with devil monkeys, but
I,
Oh, yeah?
I would
Mermaids,
more
huh?
believe. I would more believe seeing believe somebody that would say I've seen a devil monkey because like we've talked about the last time we talked about devil monkeys. It could be
Wait.
regular monkey that have been released in the wild and somebody would what the
yeah,
frig?
yeah. I think they're actually baboons. I think what happened
I
is
think what-
somebody had baboons and just let them go, and they became a lot
Bro.
more feral than we are. Baboons in general are total assholes.
That's
Devil-
who you go
Are you
for.
talking about the monkey that like ate
What the hell?
ate that lady's face off? That phone call that has
No.
like that drone footage and shit. Like what do you?
No,
What do you
No,
mean?
no, that was a chimpanzee. That was a
Right.
that was a regular chimpanzee that did that.
Oh,
She
that
gets
was
upset,
real, yeah.
and she changed her hairstyle. And monkeys are mental. You don't want to change anything when you have them as pets. Don't change anything around your
Right,
house.
I
Don't
mean-
change your perfume, like your hair.
that's not
Nice.
really, but
They will pounce on you and they will kill you.
that's the thumbnail that I use for the devil.
Yeah, that's
monkey.
too much stress for me. I'm chilling.
Yeah.
What is
I don't
the
need to
devil-
use a different
what-
body
what
wash
is
and then get mauled.
As a devil monkey though, like what is a devil
You,
monkey?
you're a devil monkey.
Okay.
Well, it's somebody that
A devil monkey is
seen-
like it's a baboon.
Oh, there's Matt.
That it's
Oh
been
my
seen
God.
in Arizona, Mexico.
there he
Hey
is.
everybody.
It's
Matt
Matt here.
from Mexico.
What's up, guys?
Look at this sexy ass motherfucker.
Hey, Matt.
Yeah, they're in Mexico. They have some. I haven't seen one yet.
My I'm still running off zombie crackheads. So
Matt Chu, what's going on, Matt Chu?
He's running off.
Y'all,
Stop it, Matt. You're scaring him. Boo!
you lovely
Them types of
bunch
things.
McDonald's fries.
Man,
I had some of those
you don't talk
earlier,
about
and honestly,
McDonald's
it's
fries.
kind of it wasn't the best.
I agree with Josh. I had McDonald's earlier, and it sucked.
Well, when they're soggy and wrinkly, you don't want to put it in your mouth.
Don't even
I like it foggy and wrinkly. Ask Ryan; he'll tell you.
So,
Well, what did you get? What did you guys get
Oh,
from
hey,
McDonald's?
watch
though?
it now.
What did you eat?
I got
Was it
10-piece chicken nugget meal, large with a large Coke and ketchup.
And it was
Chicken
just like
nuggets.
cold. It was
Those are
cold as
rookie
shit.
numbers.
No, they were hot. They just tasted like shit because McDonald's is shit.
It is. Josh, what did you get? Big Mac?
No, I got a fucking quarter pounder that was greasy as shit. Made me feel like I was going to piss out straight stools.
I got a 20-piece. That's my range. So you shit your mouth right now.
But
Dude, those corner potters are fire if they're like ripe, dude. But yeah.
I
They're
know
greasy.
that a lot of the cryptids I'm talking about, like the Banshee, Windiigo, they're not technically cryptid, but for night we
Yeah,
are
no. Windigo's
For the sake
definitely
of
more on
content.
the paranormal side.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but
I
like
can
I
understand
told
that. I
you,
mean, we did the Windigo over on
What
Monster
the
Radio.
hell was I doing?
I mean, technically, the majority of cryptids out there are more on the paranormal side than they are physical
That,
things.
facts. I just heard that from someone today. They're like, McDonald's is going.
yeah, but like I told before,
Fecal matter everywhere.
like you have to put yourself too, because I kind of know a little on the Windigo, like when the legend was first written by a French from a white man. It is a legend told within the Algonquin nations, and the first written account of the Windigo was written by Paul Lejeune in 1636, right here in Trois-Rivières.
See, that's where the confusion comes in, though, Harley. That's the first white man documentation. The Cree, the Ojibwe, the Algonquins, they were speaking about this long before.
Yeah.
Showed up.
And it was stories to.
This goes back to the very origins of their religion.
Oh yeah,
so.
but like it was stories to tell the children, so the children won't get away from the community. They would stay within the vicinity of the camps, because around in the woods you had those warrior nations like the Iroquois, the Mohawks, the Ottawa. They were always looking for trouble. So to keep the community knit together, well, the shaman would say, if you
that was so weird. God damn, that caught me off guard. Sorry.
You good?
I have I'm also like I have two tabs right here, and Nubs' thing is up, and then I have this like RE2, like Resident Evil 2 game thing up right now, and the audio for it kicked in, and all I heard was a shotgun blast and a dog getting its head blown off, and it caught me way off guard. And I was like, what the hell? And I was like, what just happened on stream? And I'm like, oh, okay, shit, it's just this video. But like it turned on, like it unmuted itself as soon as it was like, doosh, and I'm like, damn, demonetized.
All right.
I was like,
funny.
God, what the fuck? I love Resident Evil, but damn,
Yeah, is that a new tongue
the hell
piercing?
out of this. Mm.
Zoom in on it, Nubs. Zoom in on his tongue piercing.
Show us.
Show me God.
That's a cryptid right there.
Dude, I gotta go and pick this up, dude. I gotta go and pick this up.
What is that?
You ain't buying that? Are you buying that right now?
Nah, dude. I would love to.
Oh, I know, right?
That's what there.
Let me give y'all a little bit of mine.
Oh, here we go.
Yes.
Now we're getting serious.
Knowledge on, because if you actually look at the way a Windigo is formed, if you look at the characteristics of the human anatomy on it, it shows the teeth withering away, cracking, falling apart, turning into sharp shards and fangs. It turns, it cracks the skull, and it creates, and it, because, alright, in the last 10 years, they created a way that the human skull, the reason why it has cracks and everything inside of it is because while you're still living, you can create bone density into certain parts of the skull and into the upper jaw, the lower jaw, stuff like that. But you have to pry it open and allow that bone density to form over time. With body modifications and a lot of tribal,
Body
groups and
modification.
everything. Yeah, where you can look at the, ancient, like Nefertiti. Okay, Nefertiti, when she was small, they wrapped her head in bandages and formed it into the length of the blood. The tribes formed, did a lot of body modifications to themselves. All right. Who says that this Windigo wasn't a offshoot tribe that's no longer existed, that no longer exists today, that had that knowledge of body modification or mutilation to make them form differently? Because there's, Neanderthal tribes and everything that they found skulls where they literally filed their teeth into fang-like serrations. Sorry, I'm the party killer. Everybody's all quiet now and thinking. They're like,
I mean,
That's a good
it's
theory, though, Matt.
interesting.
Well,
I mean,
It's-
yo,
No,
if they're
it's a
just
good
if they're
theory,
just
man.
homie if they're just homie tribes, yo. I mean, so be it. They're
It's
gonna be
possible, Matt,
vicious.
the problem
I mean,
is, though, the
yeah.
Algonquins, the Cree, and the Ojibwe, they didn't believe in body modifications. The only
True.
possibility you have is the Naha, but the Naha disappeared many, many centuries ago. And the Naha also didn't do body modifications. They were cannibals, yes.
Right.
But body modification is more an African tribal thing. It's not Cherokee, it's not Apache, it's not Algonquin or Cree. In fact, all those
Well-
tribes keep your body pure. They're about
Well,
purity, and Windigo is against purity because it symbolizes possession. It symbolizes a tainted soul, a tainted spirit. So when somebody becomes Wendigo, they're corrupted.
Yeah,
Exactly.
but there was the Raven tribe in the Cherokee Nation that became the Shadow Stalkers. That
Right,
did,
right. But you got to look at the distance of that. The distance. The Algonquins were very secluded. They were very secluded. The Algonquins didn't speak to any other tribe. They were in Canada, and they kept solitary. They were very much themselves. So any other tribes that were, in the States at all, the Algonquins didn't have any contact with. So what we can't do with the Wendigo, and this is something that I'm standing very firmly against, this is one of my missions. We can't dilute the oral tradition of any tribes by putting tribes in.
I know.
We have to look specific.
I come from the I come from the wood.
Can you show the map?
Yeah, you can show the map. Oh, yeah, there it is. Hang on.
No, you got the controls.
Yeah,
But,
see.
There you go. Those are where the Algonquin speaking nations roam.
But here's the thing. What about the Mohican tribe? Okay, the Mohawks, the Mohicans.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
did
but
do
they-
body modifications.
Matt, no,
Yes,
Matt,
yes.
they were not Algonquians.
I know they won't, but
Of the Iroquois nation. So the Iroquois nation is a warrior nation. The Algonquians are hunter gatherers. They're not warriors.
yeah,
So they're not. Their belief is different.
Incredibly
In the
different.
I understand.
Algonquian,
I'm
in the
just looking at the
Algonquian
outside
nations,
sources.
they were telling the children the way that the Iroquois was being.
Yeah.
They were hiding behind trees, just
Nubs, what
waiting
are you
for
showing?
somebody.
What is this map of? Explain what this map is of.
That's
This is
the
a map
map
of
where.
my anus.
That's the
Wait, what?
map of the Algonquian speaking nations before
Me,
the
right
white
there.
man
That little
came.
tidbit.
So this is their regions that they were, involved with.
Yes.
Essentially. Okay. Because I was like, what
And
the hell is
that
this?
part right there in the
But
middle,
as you
that's the Siksika nation, and the Siksika nation was kind of decimated around the 12th or 13th century. It's not
but
sure.
Right.
but if you look at the
There's
eastern coastline, that's going closer to North and South Carolina, where the
that's
beginnings of the Cherokee was at. The beginning roots were.
yes, but you have to know also that nations were
I'll be
trading
right back.
together. You have trading nations. I don't know. I know the Algonquian because I live right there.
I know. I'm just putting. I'm trying to release the myth of folklore to somewhat form of reality, because all of our tribes were at one time or another gypsy-like tribes. They moved many places, hunting and gathering. Not, every tribe hunted and gathered. Every tribe was constantly on search for food.
Oh yeah,
Who says that a hunting party did not at one time break off and get lost? Because it can happen. You know what I mean? It can happen,
yeah,
and there's reports of that. There's verbal tales of children, native children being taken and inducted into other tribes,
yes.
and
Because
so
when they were raiding villages,
right,
like the Arakan nation, when they were raiding villages, they would kill like the able men that could defend
I'm
or
back.
fight back. They
yeah,
would kill the children that could grow strong. They would kill the
yes,
woman that would not comply with them. But everybody else, they will take them and they would use them as like slave labor.
right. And I'm just saying, what if what if a I'm just throwing shit in the fire, see if it burns. But
Okay.
there is a lot of unspoken tongue in the natives that were literally slaughtered, and we didn't know anything about their cultures. We didn't know anything about their way of life. Just like before then, before we got the Algonquin tribe, what other smaller tribes were around there that they wiped out that could have done it, but they just don't talk about them because they're no longer around, or they were inducted into their tribe that could have done this. Look at the Mayans. The Mayans, they found a skull of the Mayans where they literally metal, perfectly sculpted a metal piece on a warrior skull that is better than any of our technology of today. I mean, the ancient tribes had more of a medical knowledge than we give them credit for.
Yeah.
I'm not bashing anything. I'm just saying most people, even our native tribes, our ancestors, were scared of the dark for a reason.
Yeah.
And, they even showed body modifications of some Aztecs that literally put deer antlers into their skull and let it form into their skull. I mean, it's a long, grueling process, but it could happen.
Just opening up something right here.
What?
Dude, Josh is not even a fucking alive right now. Like, he's like a dead corpse.
I'm listening.
So right here you have those. Those are the Algonquian speaking nations that would speak about the Windigo.
Oh shit!
So probably that Ryan knows.
No, I was just listening.
You were talking about the Ojibwe.
You're good.
Mm-hmm. And the Algonquin, you have like the right here in Quebec we have the Atikamekw. You have the Mi'kmaq, the Siksika that are practically extinct. The Abenaki, we still have some tribes here in Quebec, and you have the Innu.
So, well, I mean, that, like, something along the lines that you were saying, Matt, like Cherokee, they have their own belief, they have their own version of the Wendigo, but it's not the Wendigo. I mean, they got Kwaganoks, the nature spirits, Kwaganoks that are very similar, but they're not the Wendigo. And the appearance of the Wendigo, it was never really said that they had cracked skulls. Now, the real true appearance of a Wendigo is they're very skinny, very pale, and they chew on their own lips, so it looks like they're almost like zombies in a way. So the cracked skull isn't just a common thing amongst the Wendigo. That's again, it's a white man's interpretation. And when dealing with Wendigo, you absolutely cannot give it the white man's definition. It's an Algonquin religious belief. So you really have to stick to the Algonquin, the Cree, and the Ojibwe, and not add anything else from any other tribes to it, because that's bashing their belief.
I know.
Exactly.
I'm just, I'm not bashing the religion. I'm not bashing what it is. I'm just saying, just like today, okay, and you know me, right? How long have we known each other?
Matt, we can't. What are you saying right now?
It's muffled, man. We can't hear you.
Oh.
You sound like you had a mouthful,
Chad?
if you know what I mean.
Talk again?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's better.
Sorry, I think my finger was covering the microphone. My bad.
What's up, Chad?
I mean, you Ryan, you've known me for how long? I mean,
no, man. I'm just saying, though. I mean, it's a very, very common thing that this happens. That when you talk about the Wendigo or even Yinaradushi, the Skinwalkers, they take and they add the white man terminology, the white man belief, and you absolutely cannot do that, because, like in the Skinwalker case, that's Navajo. It's exclusively Navajo, and you see all these people adding these creepypasta details to it that just aren't there. And, this is why the Navajo, when they see us asking about them, they're like, okay, screw you, paleface. You're adding so much to our belief, we're not going to talk to you. And it's something, Matt, that, I've worked extremely hard on. I've been speaking to Navajo people here in Arizona, and I've actually been accepted into the tribe. So I've been proud to hear the real oral traditions of the Skinwalkers and the Wendigo.
Yeah. But
And it's the same thing for me here. I was 14 years old the first time I wrote an essay on the Wendigo, and I spoke to an elderly Atikamekw lady, and she told me all about it.
Yeah.
I'm just going by like what my grandfather told me that, like what y'all said, we were traders. We traded within each other for decades. And, when you go into another person's territory and everything, yes, you do respect it. Yes, you do watch out for their area of,
Mhm.
being.
Well, all right, Matt. Like, what you were saying though about maybe there were tribes that disappeared.
Yeah.
The only tribe that really disappeared in is actually the Naha. The Naha did disappear. Now, historically, that is correct. Naha did vanish.
Right.
They were cannibalists. They were warlords. They were extent, but they stayed in Nahanni Valley. And Harley, I'm sure that name sounds very familiar to you. Nahanni Valley. So,
well, no,
there
I
were a
mean,
lot of tribes interacting with the Algonquin and the Cree or the Ojibwe. They were very much big fans of solitude. They believed in sticking to their own tribes. They didn't want to intermingle.
I don't know. I guess I'm just going by how many sparse tribes that just from, my people, the Cherokee, how many small tribes that were literally wiped off the face of the map that wasn't even spoken about until years later, like the Crow tribe. Okay, the Crow tribe, there is none of their land left, but the one part of their territory, they put up a plaque for them to remember them, and that just happened in the last 10 years. You know what I mean? But it was one of those unspoken tribes that were wiped out because they didn't believe the same way as the rest of the tribes. So they were kind of outcasted. You know what I mean? Like, our Native American brothers and sisters, we've outcasted a lot of sub tribes that we do not talk about. And you could talk to all the elders and everything, and they'll agree with me. That if they're a bad tribe, it's just like you don't go into the tribe and just yell out Windigo or Skinwalker.
Actually, with Skinwalker though, here's the funny thing, Matt. And this is something that's really vastly misunderstood. Skinwalker is not the native word for it. That's not even what Yinalalushi means. In the Nauvoo tongue, Yinalalushi does not translate to Skinwalker. It translates to by all fours he goes.
Yeah. But, I don't want to say its real name. That's how I respect them. You know what I mean? Like, you don't go into a tribal land and shout out the real name of any creature that could bring fear or death or anything to that tribe.
It's not just that, Matt. It's that
and I took my time to show the people I respected their tradition.
Yeah, I understand, brother. I do understand, but I don't know. It's just my opinion.
Really soft.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess my grandfather just beat it into my head so much that you don't say these names. You know what I mean? Like you don't say these names all willy nilly. You don't. It's It's not like
Yeah, but you're
saying,
Cherokee though, Matt. Cherokee,
Yeah.
they don't have the specific Wendigo belief. You have something more along the lines of she knew or the you don't have.
yes. And it's just like, the taker of life, the shadow man, the spirit walker, the breath stealer. You don't say that around. You don't say that around pregnant women. You don't say that around small children. You don't, because of the fear that it will come alive and it will attach itself to that child and that child may die. Like,
Right. Well, I
yeah.
mean, as a Cherokee though, Matt, isn't your biggest tribe fear the Raven Mocker?
Yes. Yeah, well,
I mean, Raven Mocker is kind of like a Wendigo.
Brother Sean.
yes. Like how all the Pokemon look at Bigfoot as a big name picture. You know what I mean? Like,
I can't hear shit. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm not sure what you're saying there, Matt. Your phone's coming off all muffled. Hang on, guys. I gotta mute myself for a minute. My dog's wanting to go outside. Hang on. So,
All right. Oh.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
I don't know. I guess I was just raised in fear of these things. You know what I mean?
Well, I know a lot of people actually are raised in fear, like the Windigo, Siren, Banshee, etc. Like you hear those names, a lot of times people freak out and be like, "Yo, no!" Like, you know what I mean? Like Skinwalker, the same way. You hear that, and people are like, "Oh God."
It's more. It's not more of a like a fear as it is more of you just don't mention it because there's more life at stake than your life.
Yeah.
You do it to protect the tribe. You do it to protect your bloodline. You do it. You. That's like going into a church and saying, a heavily religious church, and saying, "There's Satan right there in the front row," like, or calling somebody a witch in, a religious area, because in the Bible, like in the Bible, they tell you to burn witches at the stake. They tell you to, kill witches in the Bible. And it's the same thing with us, it's the same thing with our bloodline. It's a form of respect, it's a form of fear, it's a form of, you don't know what it can do.
Just a correction.
Yeah.
They don't say anywhere in the Bible to burn witches on the stake. No.
I can show you.
They say no. They say evil will perish by fire.
Yes. Well, same thing.
It's not. No, it's not saying that witches will be burned at the stake. You have to be careful, Matt. If you say something, I know the Bible was written by men, and in the Bible it says evil will perish by fire. And
I'm back. I walked in at an interesting time.
And you had witches that they were not burned. You had witches that they were hung.
Oh, we're talking about the
Like Jezebel. Like
Ooh.
Jezebel was ripped apart.
Well, you have some that were ripped. You had some that was they were hung, and afterwards, like in cage, and put at the crossroads.
There was a witch that was also beaten with rocks and fed to wild dogs.
They also used to bury witches alive and put tons of stones on top of them and let the stones just slowly crush them to death.
Exactly. So in the
We
Bible,
have to remember,
they said
Matt. Oh, go ahead, Harley. Finish up.
No. Finish it. Go, Ryan.
Okay, you got to remember, Matt, when it comes to mixing Christianity with anything, it's kind of a mistake to do because the Christians, no offense to anyone who's Christian in this chat or on the panel, they mix things up so badly, so everything was just like taboo and evil and forbidden. You know, like witches. All right, why are we taught to fear witches and not fear the people that burned them? Okay, because in my definition, not all witches are evil.
Yeah.
They can be good people. They're nature children, okay? And nature children are closer to God in some cases than most Christians these days.
But I was just trying to prove a point that
No. I understand the point you were proving, and the thing is, when the Catholic Church,
that is true.
When the missionaries came across the ocean, they never got out of their monasteries.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, they were discovering a new world. They were taking those monks, they were putting them on boats and go and preach. So,
and the red man was thought of as evil because of a different color skin. So,
exactly. So, and I have a legend here in Shawinigan that a Jesuit was thrown in the falls because the Iroquois that killed him, they were throwing back the body of the evil spirit back where he came from.
Mm-hmm.
Because for them, the black robes, they were bad men. That was for the Iroquois, but in the Algonquin Nation, those black robes, they were friendly people. So and the Algonquin were friendly, and they were welcoming.
That's what I'm saying. Like so many different tribes out there. It's just like the War of the Roses. You may one tribe may be good friends with this tribe, but this tribe is, enemies with 4 other tribes. If that tribe gets wiped out and everything, and you're friends with that tribe, are you going to take that one tribe side, or are you going to say, okay, do what y'all want with this tribe because
kind of
there's
veering
4
off
tribes against you?
I'll answer Beth. I will answer Beth's question. How did we go from Windiigo to Jesus? Well, it's the Jesuit monks who got that legend out there because before
you know what, Harley? Let's
that
get down to meat and bones of the topic. No pun intended. But let's really talk about the Windigo, though. All right, I think we have to cover all aspects of the Windigo mythology. And I'm going to give my opinion first here, and I want to hear what everybody else has to say when I'm done. But I think there's 2 different Windigo we're dealing with here. Okay, you have the Windigo, the actual demonic entity that enters somebody's body when they break a cultural taboo, and then you have a Windigo, and you can apply Windigo as a blanket term to anything that's not human that eats humans. Case in point, the Genosqua, the Bigfoot that used to hunt down the humans. They called them Windigo with an I over in the eastern states like Maine. And so you have the Maine Windigo. Then you have a Windigo. Now, I mean, I guess you could apply the term Windigo to werewolves if you wanted to. They're not human and they eat other human beings. So, but the real Windigo, the real true Windigo, though, is a demon that would enter somebody's body when cultural taboos were broken. And the most famous one was cannibalism. But according to the Algonquin lore, it's not just cannibalism, it's greed, it's lust, it's a lot of things. When you break these taboos, you're summoning the Wendigo. So there you go. That's what the Wendigo is.
Exactly. That's the exact definition, and even the different names, and in each and every tribe they named it differently, but it came to the same values: community,
Right.
and sharing, and the protection of the community. Yeah, Windigo. You have the Wikigo, the Windicook, the Wintico, the Windigo.
Yep.
You have like all different pronunciation. It depend where you're at.
Mm-hmm.
Like where my
Yeah, the whole
hometown is named is a Iroquois name for waterfalls.
There you go. And even the physical representation, the way that the Wendigo is made to look, it looks nothing like that. It was never set stag-headed body at all, where it had a deer head, antlers. That's never what the Algonquin inscribed. That whole misinterpretation that was on Algernon Blackwood's book, The Wendigo, super popular with the YouTubers, and but that's never what it was said to look like.
That's according to there's a that what it would look like according to the legend. That was made in 1963 by a Canadian
A lot
artist.
of those bristles, they weren't.
Yeah, go ahead.
Those bristles that are on top of the head, those were actually the human hair that was stiffened from the blood and the cold. So when they say it had antlers, it never did. I don't know if it's ever played that game Until Dawn. Anybody on panel remember that game?
Oh, there's Matt.
I know Until Dawn.
What game?
None of you guys were on at all?
I do. I know of what it looks like in that game.
Okay, well, yeah, that's the closest representation of a Wendigo. That is actually very, very accurate. And in that game, they talk about Swiftrunner. Swiftrunner was taken over by a Wendigo.
So, me, the thing that bugs me, and it's when people start trying to advertise places saying that they have a Wendigo, but when you see where the place is situated, it's like no. Like I have a case.
Yeah,
long time ago, a cave in Colorado that says that they have a Wendigo in that cave because an app told them.
Well, you know why that is, right, Harley? It's because Wendigo became so synonymous with scary stuff, with horror and fear, that a lot of YouTubers and a lot of podcasters and documentary makers decided, oh, it's a great thing to run with, and we can just say it here in Colorado or whatever, and they never really look at the original lore. They just did whatever they wanted. And that's where a lot of the problems come in. That's where we lose the oral traditions of the indigenous people. We pollute it with our own stuff.
Exactly.
And, it's something that I do, Harley. You'll notice on my Facebook page, because I have you over there. I stick to the Algonquin lore, the indigenous people. I never step outside of their beliefs. I always speak for their beliefs. And with the Wendigo and the Skinwalkers too, they have kids seeing Skinwalkers everywhere. They have people seeing Skinwalkers downtown. Yeah. That's just not the case.
And like I was saying on another platform, it's like it's not because an app tells you that the word Sasquatch, there are Sasquatch like in the middle of Times Square. So
right. Shire, it was malevolent. It was malevolent all the way, but there was like certain aspects to it that could be considered good, because it scared the other people away. So say they had a warring tribe that was coming at them, the Algonquins, if they knew Wendigo was coming, they'd spread the word that Wendigo was out there, and every other tribe would shit bricks and run away. So in a way, it protected.
Exactly. And
Yeah, you're right about that too, Jenny.
And the way
Yeah,
it's
that's what I
told
said earlier.
in the Canadian records, and especially the way that Paul Lejeune describes the way that the way that that old lady told him the story. Well, you see that she was trying to scare off the French.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were
Well, I mean, they
trying
do have
to
that
make
belief that the Wendigo thrives off of fear as well. So it might be something they do to kind of strengthen the spirit, you know? We will never know. We'll never know because we'll never get to speak to the original Algonquins. So
That's true. But that
Well,
movie
guess what,
ain't
Ryan? You just gained the sub, and I want you on one of my shows. I like you.
Oh yeah, definitely. Hey, I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Oh yeah,
But
man.
yeah,
Just
that movie
wait, man. When we start
Antlers
talking about
isn't-
Wendigo and walkers,
Isn't that movie Antlers?
what's
like,
that?
That movie Antlers that they just came out with, supposedly based
Oh,
on Wendigo? I
that
hadn't
movie.
watched it. I have not seen it.
People are
It was
telling
good.
me
It
about
was a
that.
good representation.
I mean, it was
And,
okay.
I think they did it right way in the fact that it was.
It was decent.
Correct, Beth. Correct. Mm-hmm.
Ryan is awesome.
Ryan is
Thank you, Jeannie. Long time no speak, by the way.
No, you don't want that, Beth.
But I do know that the next Paranormal 101, I mean, the next Cryptic Monday, we will be talking about mermaids. And then I got
Ooh,
the Lizard
mermaids.
Man, Pudwudgies,
The lizard
Thunderbird.
man. Oh, you bastard.
Yes,
you
that's
bastard. I'm
in
coming up for the lizard man.
Sweet. And then I got
Dr.
the
Coates.
Banshee I added to it. So we got a couple epic things
Yo,
we'll be
dude,
talking about.
Cubs. As far as the lizard man goes, check this out, dude. I am actually looking into a case here in Arizona where a couple of families actually ran into a lizard man at one of the lakes nearby.
That's interesting.
I've even got a drawing that a couple did.
I was thinking about adding the frog.
Yeah, I got a drawing that a couple did. Show me what they've seen. The frog. You got to get Ashley for the frog man, dude.
Oh yeah, I was definitely gonna hit up Asher for that for sure because I know she's been to the Frogman Festival. And I
She
also
wasn't
want to get
just
another
attitude. She's
one.
master of ceremonies at it.
Nice.
Discover the skinwalkers, bro, because I can come hard and fast with the info for skinwalkers.
Nubs, when are you gonna talk about this guy?
The Mothman.
I talked about him in season 1. That was a season 1 episode.
Oh,
Okay, Mothman, dude, that's
I might
that's
do. I might talk about that, Cassie, because
What
that
was
was the Tokulushi.
You still have the Mothman's Dexters, Ryan.
Yeah, I do. So here's a thought about mermaids, though. Okay, all right, they wear starfish as bras, right? Starfish have their mouths on the bottom of their bodies. Kind of think about where those starfish are located. Think about
Lucky.
Right on the teeth.
At least they're not lampreys.
All those little beaks.
Yeah,
But does anybody
those
have anything coming up, Ryan? Do you have anything coming up on Monster Radio?
Yeah, actually, we're going to be talking about the Men in Black, and then we're doing a movie review on Exists, the Bigfoot movie. And then I will be going to talk about the Bigfoot conference that I'm going to be speaking at on April 1st.
Ooh, so you got a busy plan.
I'll be giving a lecture at the Georgia Bigfoot. Yeah, the main speaker at the Georgia Bigfoot Conference. So whoop-de-whoop.
Nice.
Moving on up.
Dude, Georgia, that's only a few states up from
Pretty
from Lynchburg, from Virginia. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yes,
You should
Ryan.
go
I
on
have.
down. You get a ticket. You'll see me give a lecture, dude.
Dude, I can't wait. I definitely might have to try that. Josh, I know you have a premiere coming up in the next few weeks.
At some point, I can't even give a date really.
Well, Josh is close to hitting his 4K watch hours, guys. So let's get him to those 4K watch
Am
hours.
I? I'm kind of far off, dude.
Josh, Tommy, do you have anything coming out soon?
4 videos.
I don't know about that. I got a live stream tomorrow talking about demons and skinwalkers.
Ooh.
And then I got a live stream Friday with Noah from Spirit Walkers. Jesus Christ, Spirit Stalkers. There you go.
Spirit Walkers.
Oh,
Spirit
that's gonna be
Stalkers.
epic.
So yeah,
Cool.
two live streams this week.
Nice. Harley, do you have
Hella
anything coming
Gucci
up?
stuff.
Well, tomorrow I'm gonna be on Tommy's stream, and Wednesday I
Oh,
will
yeah, there
be
you go.
having the girls of Paranormal XP. We'll be
Oh,
talking about the
yes.
back house that I will be going investigating with the girls. I will be taking the road this Friday, but
Hell
at
yeah.
7 p.m. Eastern Friday, don't miss. It's the courthouse investigation in St. Andrews. You don't want
Nice.
to miss this one.
See, that's the way to do it. Once you're traveling, drop a video. Like, you know what I
Yep.
mean? That way
Yep.
you're kind of like, it's like the
The-
That's the
cycle,
way to go.
I
The
cycle of
used to have
sexiness.
that. Yeah, I used to have that
Nice.
kind of momentum, but I want to take it back. So
Matthew,
There you go.
do you have anything coming up?
Yeah, Matt.
I just finished my intro to Survivor Chronicles with the help of my body pillow Tommy over there. I should be dropping the first 20 minutes of it this week, and tomorrow I'm going to be on Tommy's panel. He told me I either
Oh, dude, I
join
gotta get beer.
or he's going to shave me. And that's it. That's it right now.
Nice.
Man, everybody's so
I,
Jesus.
I will be on tomorrow at 9:15 and then 9 o'clock on Friday.
Nice.
Eastern
Oh yeah,
Standard
and if anybody on this panel wants to be a marauder, somebody in the Survivor Chronicles, let me know what kind of character you want to be. And
I want to join.
Oh, and to answer Maisie's question, Maisie, I'll be talking about my my Dogman and Bigfoot research I do here in Arizona. I'm one of those active researchers. I get out almost every weekend and I do physical research. So I'll be talking
Ryan,
about
Ryan is the dog man of the cryptid community. Second star survival is the chupacabra. King from the Ashers is the Mothman Queen.
The Dogman is big here in Michigan.
This guy over here, Mr. Harley, is the Windiigo King. I guess you could call me the Hellhound Prince. I don't know. We'll go with that.
The Hellhound Prince.
Because Hellhound is my second favorite cryptid to talk about because I had my own experience with what I
and we all go over to Nubs and we're all like, "Who's the good boy? Who's the good boy?" He's all trying to go for and everything. So.
But yes, I've had my own experience with hellhounds. Like that's like one of the only cryptids that I can honestly say I've had my full experience with, and it was crazy.
I have some protection against hellhounds, Nubs. I should send it your way.
You should, because Josh, you went down the road where I had my experience with hellhounds, not once but twice down 666.
Or I told you it could be Old Smoky.
Oh,
I don't know.
Nubs, you need to be really careful with that.
Could be.
You are aware
yeah,
what today happened. A hellhound 3 times.
I told you.
If you
I
see a
told you.
hellhound 3 times, though, you're in a lot of trouble.
Oh shit! I only said
Boy.
it twice. So.
used to let
Yeah,
the
I mean,
number
according
get
to this,
fucked.
the hellhound 3 times, you die.
Yep.
But yeah, you seen twice. So if you see us another time, oh boy.
I'm still going to collect the mermaid.
Continue
Looking for it.
What the hell? Thanks for watching the Nubby Bunch. Oh wait, thanks for watching, comma, the Nubby Bunch.
Josh,
Thank you.
narrate it.
I
narrated
love
it
you all. Join me in the
I do
All right, guys,
appreciate
I'm gonna
it.
get on now.
All of y'all are amazing. Ryan, Guy, Carly, Tony, Ryan had to go.
Don't
The
call
second
me.
star. I love you all. Don't forget, next week will be part 2 of the react for Shandy's Unexplained Adventures. And then I will have my paranormal one-on-one stream actually this Sunday. So paranormal one-on-one stream would be this Sunday, and I have some epic topics to talk about.
Hold on, I'll be back.
Happy
My
late
bad.
birthday,
My
Sean.
bad.
Bro, I've drank too much. I can't
I
handle
know. I
this
thought
shit.
Nub said something else entirely different.
But
first.
thank
My
you again
tired
for
ass
coming.
done.
Don't forget to check out Monster Radio, Haunting with Hodge, Second Star Survival, Tommy Amongst the Tombstone, Exploring with Harley. And if y'all want, you can check out my channel. My channel's okay, I guess. But yeah, thank you all for coming, and I will see y'all on Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern.
I need more beer.
Love you.
Me too.